Hey everybody, it's Christine Bertram, and I am coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, cold, frigid Wisconsin. It is the 19th of January. Wow, we're officially halfway through the first month of the year. Isn't that crazy how fast it's going? I do have a little honey nut here. I don't know if I can show her to you, but she's just hanging out. Well, let's see if I can do this without messing anything up. Look at there. She's right. Oh, she's about ready to jump. There she goes. She's like, Mom, I'm not ready to be on the camera. I just woke up. Oh man, she was excited because I ran the printer, and she always tries to go after the gremlins that are inside the printer. Oh, so you guys, we got almost done. We're so close. I have maybe 10 boxes that I need to do some figuring out yet, that they are pending in my head of, oh yeah, this person reached out to me and said they want this, or yeah, this person did message me and I got to get back to them. But we did get 76 packages ready to go to either the UPS or the post office. We started at 10:30 and Mom left here at 4:45, and I think Diane left shortly after no, it was whenever Jolene called, about 5:15 is when Diane left. So, it was definitely a whirlwind today. And I'm so excited because Jolene had Clue 1 ready for me for class tonight. She had it ready for me yesterday, and I got it published last night. So I'm sorry that I pushed it out a little bit. I just knew that with wrapping up at 5:30, I needed some time. Some time to prep my pieces and some time to chat with Jolene about the card, and just to do a few things, and maybe even take like a minute to go to the bathroom, right? Like that was that was it. So I appreciate everybody being patient while we got all that situated and taken care of. But wow, we're starting off the year on a good foot, and well, on a foot. I don't know which one it is, but there's a foot. It's there. So beyond, it's awesome though. So it is cold here, just like you guys. I was kind of looking at your comments as I was getting logged in, and it is definitely a chilly one here. So I can't say that it's not any too warm. I am looking forward. We leave for Florida on Thursday morning, and I'm hopeful that it's a little bit warmer. It should be a little bit warmer. I just know for the last few years when we go down this weekend in January, it's colder in Florida, and we are definitely not packing shorts. So we'll see how that goes. But hello, Rosie Prouty, and there's Tony Shaw. I am so sorry. I saw your message about your dad ending up in the ER. Our thoughts and our prayers are with your dad and your family. Hopefully things get better and you get out of there. And we're going to keep you in our prayers, definitely. Like, I think a lot of people I saw mention that. So definitely agree with that. Hello, Mitzi Stanley. And there's Feline Mays. Hi, Deb Norman and Deanne Dawn. Hi, Elaine Rebeck. Elaine, this card should be good for you. Elaine just finished putting her Paper Palooza cards together from the fall. And so she says that they were basically a humdinger. They kept her busy for the last couple weeks. And I'm excited for this card for you, Elaine. It should be a little more simple. That's good. Hi, Debbie Gast. And there's Sarah Mitchell. Sarah Mitchell, I will be sending you an email tonight with your total. So I've got your stuff set off to the side that I had pulled already, but I will go through the rest of it after I'm done with class tonight. Hello, Sherry Johnson. And there's Patty Wright. Hi, Aunt Patty. And there's Dolores from Wisconsin. And you just got done cutting your paper. Good job, girlfriend. Hello, Anna Carter. And Linda Grady's here with us. Yay. Hi, Judy Sharp. And there's Nancy Mole, who is snowed in. Hi, Sherry Ott. And there's Kelly Sheridan. And Jamie Kirkpatrick. Hi, Paula Stewart. And thanks for the reminder to do the thumbs up. I appreciate that, Anna. And there's Randy. Hi, Susan Bellamy. I'm excited to see you. I think we figured out that we're going to meet on Saturday for my South Florida girls that can make it. That's super cool. Lots of you guys are saying it's frigidly cold by you too. Totally get that. Hi, Sherry Martin. Hello, Mary Novak. And there's Jolene. Jolene. Oh, Jolene, I hope you're never annoyed by that. Hi, Lynn Beasley. Because every time I do say your name, I always sing the song in my head. I don't always say it out loud, though. Hi, Becky Rohr. Hi, Shirley Natali. And there's Julie Frost. Hi, Carolyn Ketchmark. Oh, Carolyn, we need to connect. I've had your embellishment and ribbon share sitting here on the counter for a little while now, and we need to connect and see if there's anything else that needs to go in your package, or if it's just those two things, or if you wanted the new shares at all for this current catalog. So, hello, Barbara Gobby, and there's a Mary Lemke. She made it home safe and sound. Wonderful, wonderful. And yeah, Carolyn's finally catching a live. Yay. Hi, Lisa Spacek. Lisa, if you need a DSP sampler, please let me know. I have some left yet. And for anybody else that's looking for a DSP sampler, we went through our first batch and we ended up deciding to make 10 more. So in case anybody still wants a DSP sampler, we have 10 left now. Hello, Sarah Merchant and Jean Terwilliger and Holly Paplow. And Susan Devine is here. Susan, you have quite the box coming for you too. Hello, Christine and Karen and Lisa. Wow, so many of you girls are here. I love it. Hello, Carol Weston and Anne. Please bring some warmer back. I will definitely do that. I'll try, Anne. Hi, Eileen Hodak Hayward. And there's Nancy Sue. All right, and Linda from Texas. Yay. And Feline says it's a balmy 27 degrees. Yeah, right. On a takeout receipt, once they wrote, please don't take my man. I love it. You just gotta go along with it, right? We have a Gloria too, Gloria Verstegen, and she was here last week helping out, getting ready for the escape, and she was here the week before, and every time I would just start blurting out, Gloria, calling Gloria, you got my number, and I'm like, I hope she doesn't think that's annoying. But there are certain songs that it's like all you say is a word and there's a line that follows. Yes, you turned 80 today. So sing. Oh, thanks, Karen Wetstein. I appreciate you giving me approval. Hi, Mimi Henley. Hola, mi amiga. All right, so here we are, mystery card night. Jolene has an exciting card for you. This is like a tag team effort, you guys. Jolene's been helping me with the mystery card for, I don't know, probably what, a year and a half to 2 years, Jolene? You've been helping me now. This is the start of the third full year. I think you've been helping me 2 full years, and we're starting the third year, if I had to guess. And it's been amazing having Jolene's help. And she started helping me with the mystery card. It was one of the things that she gradually took on. And so she sends me the clues, and it's a surprise to me. And last night she came to me with a surprise too. She's like, hey, I have an idea of something that you could do to maybe take mystery card one step further. And we're calling it Christine's Creative Cut. So we're going to make, if you guys know me a lot, I like to do things my way. And I like to add embellishments, and I like to add ribbon, and I like to add more layers, and I like more. And so sometimes I'll take Jolene's clue and I'll switch it around, or some of her clues, and I'll reorder or switch them around, and I'll do that on the fly with you. And so we were talking about it, and she's like, well, what if you try to make it per the instructions, right? Follow the instructions on the pin pad, try to do it per the instructions, and then maybe make another one that has your twist on it, on how you would do it different, so that people are seeing it the original way, and then maybe seeing how you put your creative flair or creative twist on it. So I'm like, all right, now you're asking me to cut for 2, and she joked as she laughed, and I'm like, yeah, and so I cut for 2 tonight, and so we're gonna go through and we're gonna do it the way that the instructions say. I'm gonna try to follow the rules, and then I'm gonna quickly go through maybe making a second one, so you can kind of see how I would change it up maybe. So then you get 2 versions of the card. How do you guys feel about that? And if you don't have enough time to watch the whole thing, you can always catch the replay. I still get asked the question of, I can't watch it live. Can I watch the replay? Yes, always. The answer is always yes. Anytime I do an online class, you can always catch the replay. Everything's in my Cards by Christine YouTube channel. And if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you get notified if you set up the notifications properly. And you also see when upcoming videos are out there. And so you can kind of play along or watch along as the videos are happening. So yeah, so Sherry says that's awesome. And what did Debbie guess? I just saw a sweatshirt that said, I wish that Jolene would take my man because he's getting on my last nerve. Oh, I love it. That is funny. That's good. That's really good. Hi, Joy Moody. All right. Start of the year 3. Yes. All right. And Christine says she loves all the ideas. Okay, good. So let's look at clue number 1 together. And so just to let everybody know, we did come out of an amazing, great weekend. We had the Winter Creative Escape that went Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And we had 36 people that attended in person here with us. And last night the girls helped me stage the boxes, and we have, we prepped 80 boxes right now that are going to go out tomorrow. And then I have about 12 more on the counter over here. And we already shipped out 30 last week. And so I think all in all we'll have over 120 shipments. That's not in-person people. That's only mailing out. So we had we've been going, it's been a lot crazy around here. So I'm super excited though that my cords keep falling down here. My counters are cleared. The cats are happy that they can walk on the counters so the cats can walk all over anything in here. But they tiptoed around while there was stuff all over the counter. And so they're happy that they have their countertop where they can barrel down it and chase those squirrels that aren't here. But they look after the birds though now. So, hey, Yvonne, happy to have you here with us. So let's look at clue number 1 together. All right. So let's see what we got. I pulled out some designer paper that is called Lovely Blossoms. And while I have Lovely Blossoms here, I should share with you my ink, paper, scissors that we have coming up. So here's clue number 1. In case you guys didn't see it, it's out on the events page for Cards by Christine with today's date. It's also on the Facebook page, and I emailed it. So let me grab my cards though here. So this one is called Lovely Blossoms Ink, Paper, Scissors. It's what we're doing for the month of January. So this class is coming up at the end in a couple weeks. Oh my gosh, we're already halfway through the month. So it's coming up soon. Not next week, but the week. It's not this week, but it's next week. So we've got 4 different cards. 2 of them look similar, but we got a little bit different setup on the front. But they look similar, but yet they're different. And then these 2 look similar, and yet they're different. So that one must go with this. So this is, in case you guys still want to get signed up for ink, paper, scissors, it features Lovely Blossoms. I do have to put a note out there that I made a huge mistake. That is not the worst mistake in the world. I didn't realize that they have 2, I mean, I did, but I didn't like put it together when I was ordering. They have 2, I don't know why they do this to us, but there are 2 cloud cover ribbons. Look at that. And look how almost identical they are. All right. So I meant to put this one in everybody's packages, and I inadvertently ordered this one, which is fine because it'll still make all the cards perfectly perfect and no one will know the difference. And we haven't used this ribbon in any product-based class yet. So I guess just a heads up when you guys start to get your packages, for those of you who are getting ink, paper, scissors for me, it won't be this ribbon, it will be this one, because at this point I caught it like too late in the game. And I guess, like I said, it's a bigger mistake, but it's like a completely workable and an okay mistake to make in my head, that it could have been a lot worse, let's say. So it was so unnoticeable that I didn't notice it until after we were all done basically today with shipping, and I was looking at the package and I'm like, uh-oh, that's the wrong ribbon. And then I'm like, oh, what? It's gonna work. And then they did the same thing to us with Secret C. They came out with this one, which, and I'm showing you these because I'm using these ribbons in my card tonight. I'm using one on the one card and the other on the other card. But same thing, where they're very similar. One's a little more sheer and one's a little more solid or opaque. So it's crazy how they did that. And just a heads up. So this is what I'm working with tonight. Well, show me what you're working with. Show me what you got. So those are ink, paper, scissors. And so I pulled in that paper for tonight. And I've already cut my pieces over yonder here. And again, I mentioned that I'm going to do one per the instructions, and then I'm going to do one my way, which is slightly different. So I love that with these, the the designer paper is very, let's say, busy. It's great. So it allows you to really showcase the designer series paper. So I picked a busier pattern. You don't want a blah pattern. You want a really pretty vocally piece of paper for the designer series paper. So I did pull 2 sets. I did cut for 2. T for 2. All right, so this paper has, this one's a little bit different too. When you get this one, there are 4 double-sided pages. So you get 8 different patterns. And what's nice about them is they kind of mix and match, but not the backs so much. So like this one doesn't match back and front, but the petal pink matches on there. And I'm just going to pull these out so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So this matches with that nicely. That is crumb cake, and it could go with almost everything too. But then the back of this one is the blue, and the blue goes with this pattern, and the blue goes with that pattern. And then on this side, you've got pretty fronts, these guys, that make for really pretty cards. Oh, that would be a great Stamp-a-Stack now that I look at this. I'll have to see. And then there's one more sheet, and I don't... so that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, and that's 4. These are the 4 sheets, okay? So it's got 4 double-sided sheets, or 2-sided sheets. But what happens is you still get 12 sheets, so you're getting 3 of each one is how that works, okay? So it's a little bit different than your standard pack of designer series paper. All right, so now that we went over that, so you can see what I'm using, we're gonna go over the measurements. All right, hi Pat Rowell. And you guys like the DSP. You like the thinner ribbon better. Okay, Debbie Gass, good. Well, I'm glad I made that mistake. And I think you guys, this one has puckering in it. This one right here, it's so weird. It's got dimples. So you can kind of see that in the camera. It goes up and down and up and down. It's like it tugs on the side a little bit. And I don't know, it does it more on one side than the other side. So you can see a little bit of divot going on. It's not on this side, but it's on this side, and I don't know if it's probably intended to be like that, but it makes it harder to keep it flat. So, right, so one moment, please. I don't know if I did this, I already forgot, but here's clue number 1. I feel like we could have done that, but maybe we didn't. So just in case we didn't, there it is. All right, so I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit so you can see my numbers. You guys, just a note, this is out there published in a few different places. And we're going to go through here. Oh, I didn't even cut my white paper. Oh, man. One moment, please. The white paper that you're going to need is for the inside of the card. And it is 3 by 3 3/4. So I got distracted with cutting. So I want 6 inches this way. You guys remember, I'm cutting for 2. T for 2 here. So that, and then 3. All right, so now I'm back on track. So you need a white or vanilla. So depending on if your card has cool or warm colors, depends if you're gonna use white or not. I think white looks better with what I'm using. So I've got 3 by 3 3/4 is the piece of white or vanilla. You need some coordinating cardstock, 2 colors of cardstock you're gonna work with. So I generally pull my designer series paper first, and then I figure out the mats on how it will look best, right? So I was gonna go with this kind of layering order. So with my coordinating cardstock 1, the 2 pieces, this one, you need a 5 1/4, a 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. So this is basically taking a sheet of paper that's 8 1/2 by 11 and cutting it into quarters, right? So you got a 1/4 sheet mat here. And then we also need another one. I'm using cloud cover. Cutting your card is pregnant. Yep. Yep, like eating for 2. Yep, I'm cutting for 2. So I chose cloud cover, and so I need another one at 7 by 4 1/4, scored at 3 1/2 on the 7-inch side. So that's this dude right here. So we've got 7 inches by 4 1/4, and it's scored at 3 1/2, right? So I have cloud cover is my coordinating cardstock 2. Sorry, I lied. Coordinating cardstock 1. Right, so we've got that figured out. So we've got these 3 talked about. Coordinating cardstock 2, I'm going to use Old Olive. Oh man, I am so out of the touch here. So I didn't cut enough for my 2 or my 1. So you need 2 pieces that are 4 by 3 1/4, right? So that's this piece right here. And I totally forgot to cut the second one. And what are the odds that I don't have any more Old Olive down here? Oh man, I don't have any more Old Olive. So we're gonna pretend, and that's just how it's gonna be. And then the secret C, I don't have any Vanna Whites here with me today. And the cats haven't learned to understand what I tell them to do. So, all right. So, remember I'm cutting for 2, you guys. So 4 by 3 1/4. I can cut my other one though. So 3 1/4 by 4. So don't be getting confused, all right? Remember, I'm cutting for 2. And I'm going to make one with you the regular way, and I'm going to make one with you the other way. And the other piece here is 4 by 5 1/4. And pretend it's not embossed because this is my creative cut one. So I'm using Old Olive. And then you also need a pattern paper that is 3 by 3 and 3, so many threes, 3 by 3 3/4. So this is the one I'm going to make with you later on as my secondary card, we're calling it Christine's Creative Cut. And so the one that I'm going to make with you following the rules is this one, which is very similar. So you have your 1/4 sheet base, your 1/4 sheet mat, and then you have that piece, and you'll have this piece, and then our top. All right, so hopefully you guys have all of your paper situated as well. And if you're ready to go, you want to make sure you also have some ribbon that's set aside. Now, Jolene put on here preferably flat ribbon, all right? So we talked about that with that one that puckers a little bit. I think I'm going to probably not use that. I guess it just depends on how it folds or like wraps around. And then you're going to need any scraps. Well, on this one, you're not going to really need scraps. I guess it depends. For me, when I do my creative cut, I'm gonna show you a different way to do it. And then any stamps. Now, stamps are going to be questionable. I pulled in a whole bunch of different sets because I wasn't quite sure. I was reading ahead, and I know I need a long, skinny sentiment. So I found one here that says Wedding Wishes. That could work. I really, 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 really wanted to use the new $5 foot-long stamp set here. Oh my gosh, it just reminded me of Subway. So Stampin' Up! Has the product of the month, and it's just $5. And so didn't they used to have $5 footlongs at Subway? So this is our $5 footlong stamp set. This month, it's called Fabulous Sayings. And I thought in my head there was a long, skinny sentiment, but it might be too tall for this card. We'll see when we get so far. Hi, Melanie Foy. So I need a long, skinny sentiment. I thought maybe sending happiness could work. Wishing you well could work. Sending smiles could work. So when we get so far, I'm gonna pull out one of these, and we're gonna find which one actually looks the best with it. So you'll need some coordinating ink colors, and so I pulled Petal Pink over here. I also pulled the Secret Sea, or the Seas That Are Secret. I might even potentially use Cloud Cover, which is still available, you guys. Right now, I guess it's still on last chance, which is how it's going to be until it sells out. And then I also need a Versamark pad because I realized that I used a really dark matte here. And so we need to do some heat embossing on my card. All right. So Deb Norman says she finally received her Fabulous Saying stamp set. Very good, very good. So right now, this is the set that is free for $5. Sorry, it's $5 when you place a $75 order. It's not free. I said that wrong. So it's $5 with a $75 order. It seems like that the December one is still there as well. If you wanted that True Blues designer paper, if you do get the product a month from me, either last month's one or this month's one, you would get that tutorial from me that my colleagues and I put together. So I did have, just a side note, I did have 4 people that placed an order to get the True Blues after I had already sent that product of the month file, and I just sent it to them yesterday so that they are all caught up. And then what happens at the beginning of the first week of the month is when we send everybody who earned it the tutorial. So just a little side note on that. All right, so if you guys are good to go, I love that positivity. Oh, thanks, Jolene. All right, so if you guys are good to go and you think you have all your pieces ready, what we're gonna do is we're gonna move over Red Rover and ask clue number 2 to come over, all right? I don't know, it's the only time in the month that I say that saying, you guys. All right, so let's go to clue number 2. 2 scoops. All right, it says adhere the coordinating pattern paper mat to one of the coordinating cardstock 2 mats. Okay, so let's look at this. So we have our pattern paper. So we call this pattern paper, but in like the Stampin' Up! World, we call it designer paper. But Not everybody calls it designer paper, so that's why we call it coordinating pattern paper. And so it's saying to adhere that to one of these mats, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Hi, Bridget Rowe. You love the petal pink and secret seed. Oh, yeah. It's so good. So good. So good. Oh, yeah. My friends make fun of me. Oh, my goodness. Do I have another wonky glue bottle? You got to be kidding me. This thing is like thicker than, like it's, wow. You guys, does anybody else have any issues with their glue? Stampin' Up just sent me 5 new ones because we had 5 of them that were like this. So now I've got this one, and over the weekend somebody got another one. Wow. Okay. Well, I can't even get anything out of that. Let's go back to the adhesive drawer. So my shipment of glue that I got in December, I had 6 of them and 5 of them. Well, now that's the 6th one. See, that's how glue should be coming out. All right, so if you guys ever have bad glue like that, you call Stampin' Up, and as long as it's within the 90-day window, you explain what happened, their return policy is good. Or exchange policy or makeup, it is good. And Carolyn said, so happy the product of the month was stamp set of greetings. Love the font. I do too. All right, adhere this layer to the front of the mini card. All right, so our mini card here is this guy. So we've got like a card on a card kind of, and so this needs to get folded in half on the score line. You can burnish it. What she's saying is adhere this layer to the front of the mini card. So let's do that with our amazing and awesome new liquid glue that works really good. And now I want to look at this to see which way I like it going. So I kind of like it like this versus like I do like it like this better, I think. All right. There's something about those flowers coming that way. So just on mental note, as you're gluing stuff together, you can figure out which way you like it glued the best. So this goes onto the front. So this is clue number 2, is gluing 2 pieces of paper together and then putting those 2 pieces of paper onto this. This is your mini card. You know, so Nancy Mole, that was a question that came up. And I honestly don't think, I mean, they very well could have. Like, I can't say that they didn't. Like, but they didn't freeze once they got, like, here to my house, because I bring in my packages pretty much immediately. Like, while they were on the UPS truck, they could have. But what's crazy is, like, I've lived in Wisconsin my entire life, and I've been buying Stampin' Up! Products for 20 since 2000, right? So 26 years. And I can't ever remember getting glues like this that were hard when I opened them up. Like, and they're not even, like, and a couple other people on my team recently have come to me and said too that it was happening to their glue, that like their glue was doing the same thing. So I don't know. Usually when glue freezes, it's like clustery. Not clustery, but like chunky. Where this is just so hard and thick that it's not even coming out. So not certain. All right, you got some glue too cold in shipping. It was not usable at all. Right. So the thing is, like that it should it should make it to your house and it should work, right? Like if you go to a store and buy something, you buy it and it's yours and it works when you leave the store and it's your responsibility. But when you buy something online and it should make it to your house and it should work. So I guess, so Stampin' Up's always been good with me, with like me explaining to them, and they'll send me the new ones. So, all right, that's it. Clue number 2 is super simple. So let's meander over to clue number 3. So clue number 3 is think about stamping. You'll be stamping the largest coordinating cardstock 2 mat and the basic white vanilla mat, right? So these 2 get stamping on it. If you want a sentiment on the coordinating cardstock 2 mat, it must fit within a 3/4 tall by 4-inch wide space and coordinate with what you choose to stamp on the inside white vanilla mat. Otherwise, plan for a smaller decorative focal image in that space, right? So some of you may be saying to yourself, oh no, my coordinating cardstock 2 mat is too dark. Oh man, mine is so dark. It's like almost the darkest color we have. And you can't stamp on it. Try tone on tone or use craft white ink or heat embossing. So I grabbed my white embossing powder, and I have a Versamark pad, and we're going to do some white heat embossing. And I lost that, guy. All right, so So what Jolene is saying is you have a 3/4 inch by 4 space. So let's just tell you what you got going on here. The reason that you have a small space is when this is on here, this is going to be adhered onto here. And it's going to be up here a little bit. And so you've got this space right here for a sentiment. Or you could leave it that you don't even have a sentiment on the card. So remember I said that I've got different stamps. And I really, was it the sale glue? Yes, it was the sale glue. I have some I haven't opened yet, but got when they had that sale. You should try them. It was a sale glue. I bought 6 glues on the day of the sale. Yes, back in December, it was early December, whenever they had the adhesive sale. So I was gonna think this happy birthday would be great here, but this happy birthday is way too big. And it has here to a fabulous friend. So that could work there. But I'm gonna maybe put this on the back burner. I have sending happiness, and I honestly think this one might be too big as well. So it takes up too much space. So we need something skinnier. So goodbye to the Peaceful Dock. And let's see here. Wishing you well. So that was a thought, but I think when I pull that out, that's too big. So it looks like it would work because the front here is shrunk, right? So when you actually put that over the top, it's a lot bigger, right? So no bueno on that one. And then we have here sending smiles. And that one could work. So we have here sending smiles, would fit very nicely there. Would be perfect for the craft roulette challenge. Oh, good, Feline. Card on a card. Awesome. And then this one has one too that I thought could work, but it just depends on what font now I'm looking for. This one says you're a great friend or it's your birthday. Now this seems skinny to me. Like I feel like I want something a little bit bigger. So I am voting no for sending smiles. And I grabbed this one because I thought, ooh, wedding wishes could work. So that would just, like that would go across the whole bottom, right? So what I think what we'll do is we'll make one as a wedding card and we'll make the other one as sending smiles. So grab this, and this is pretty cool because Lovely Arrangements, I believe, is the actual stamp set that goes with it. If you go to the Beekeeper's Guide and you look at the suites, I'm pretty positive there. Lovely Blossom Suite is the Lovely Arrangements stamp set. So we're even using the stamp set that goes with this. So let's grab a block really quick, and we need to use Versamark. So if you're wondering what your window is for stamping, you might just kind of place this on here and then know you're going to stamp right about here. So I'm going to grab the Versamark. I have an embossing buddy. He's hiding in the drawer over there. And I think I'm going to take a risky, I'm going to risk it for the biscuit and stamp it on here. Now I'm not going to center it. I think I'm going to go to the right to give it a little bit of, like not straight lines. Look at me not being with my straight lines. Off to the right a little bit. So right there. I'll pull that out of the way so I don't accidentally get anything on it. So Debbie said that Sweetly Scripted would work. I definitely agree. I don't know where Sweetly Scripted is. I think it's in a box upstairs. So we're going to just give this a moment to marinate. And then you go, so if you've never heat embossed, it's a magical thing. It is actually the reason I'm sitting here with you today. If I had never heat embossed that day, I might not be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator or making cards, because that's what had me hook, line, and sinkered. My very first time I ever stamped was with heat embossing. So there's a little additions toolkit thing. It's in the drawer. I didn't grab that. I just grabbed the heat tool. So you can use a brush to kind of take off any of the loose particles. So these are little teeny tiny pieces of plastic pellets. That's what embossing powder is. And now that we have it on the card, what we're going to do is heat it up so they melt together. And I have it already plugged in over here. So let's grab the tool. Now it needs a hot second to get warmed up. And I'm so excited. I stamped that pretty straight. So once it's heated up, you hold it over the top of where you've stamped and poured the pellets. And it just needs a little time, and it heats up those plastic pellets. If you don't have them heated up all the way, they'll brush right off. So you want to make sure that you get them good. So when you have a darker piece of paper like this, it's okay to stamp sentiments on it as long as you're using a powder that kind of stands out. Now, I could have also used the the craft white pad. That would have also helped. So I've got Sending Smiles, right? And now let's see what else it says here. So I don't think it says on here, I'm trying to follow the rules. So, okay, I think that's it. Think about stamping, stamp your sentiment on there. And then I think we're good on clue number 3. Embossing is still a wow after all these years. It still is. I definitely agree. All right, let's move over to clue number 4. Let's see what we have in store for us. All right, now that you've thought about it, it's time to do it. Oh man, I already did it. Stamp a sentiment and or focal images in coordinating inks on the basic white mat. Stamp a sentiment and or focal images in coordinating inks onto the bottom 3/4 of the large mat. Okay, well, I kind of like knew what I was working on, and that's okay. I went a little bit ahead. We got my outside stamped, but we still have to stamp the inside here. So I have Sending Smiles, and then on the inside, we could put Hello Friend, or Always Here For You. Sending Smiles, Always Here For You. And, or we can make it Happy Birthday. Let's do Happy Birthday. I always need birthday cards. So let's take It's Your Birthday. We're going to party like it's your birthday. And I don't care because it's your birthday. And we're going to do this in the Secret C. Happy birthday. And I chose this little smaller one because there's a smaller white piece that goes on the inside. Okay, that's good. Now, we have in this lovely arrangements, there's a flower. No, this one is Simply Beautiful. You're simply the best, better than all the rest. We have a leaf, and I already pulled the leaf out, I believe. Where did I put it? Right here. So what we'll do is we'll take this one off and put our leaf on. Now the question is, what color are we going to make our leaf? These are in Secret C. And I think that that wouldn't be the worst thing. I know that they're not green, but Stampin' Up makes them blue, so why can't I make them blue? So we're going to do a blue leaf in the corner here. So you have to be really careful. I noticed with their stamps that they're not cutting them really deep in these grooves. So you can see that all this ink collected in between my leaves. And from your point of view, you probably couldn't see it, but I could see it right there. It kind of went right in the middle there because I pressed a little hard. So I think what I'm going to do is try again. And I'm not going to press quite so hard, and I'm going to switch sides because I got a lot of ink on that back side that sometimes it doesn't show through, but I kind of know it's there. So I'm not pressing as hard this time. And by not pressing as hard, I don't get that. But this is where if you press really hard, you'll get that in there. I just noticed that there's a St. Patty's Day set called Good Luck, and they did that same thing. They're not cutting that out deep enough, and so you have to be really careful. So now that I flipped that over, though, I'm going to restamp. Oh man, which side is it? Oh, we're going to go to this side. So I'm going to restamp the Happy Birthday. There's a reason why I didn't clean that little dude. And we're going to do Happy Birthday again. Oh man, it's just a little uphill, but it's okay. And so back to number 4 here. We've got Stamp a Sentiment and Stamp a Sentiment, focal images. Good. So now we have our stamping done. All I've been hearing is snow plows all day, and there's more snow coming. Yeah, we have had snow plows too, definitely. And let's then move over to numero cinco. That's my number 5. All right. Number 5, adhere the stamped accordion cardstock 2 mat to the accordion cardstock 1 mat. All right, so let's do that first. And then we'll look at the next part. That goes right onto that mat. And now the next step says, adhere the stamped basic white vanilla mat inside the mini card. So here's our mini card. And what we're doing is we're adhering this into the inside, right? So clue number 5 is pretty simple. Muy fácil, right, Mimi? I think that's right. Muy fácil. Very easy, I think. All right, so there is our inside glued in. Okay, so we got a baby card. A little cutesy patootsy baby card. All right, we'll put that back over there. And can you see I started to print in color? And my color is not so amazing on my printer. All right, let's go to clue number 6. And says, fold 20 inches of flat ribbon in half. All right, so what we talked about is the cloud cover that looks like this. Let's see if I have 20 inches. I think that I just barely have 20 inches here. So we're gonna do 10 and 20, all right? So oh man, I'm gonna use this and pray that it works. Okay, it cut decent. We have had spitting flurries, but nothing stuck, just enough to make it wet cold. Yeah, that's not good. We had snow every morning. So Friday morning I went out to shovel before people got here. And then I had to shovel again Saturday morning. And then on Sunday morning, Tyler shoveled for me. All right. Fold the 20 inches of flat ribbon in half. Okay, so let's look at this. We're going to fold it in half. Let's follow the guidelines here. We're folding it in half and slide the mini card in between the top bottom lengths of the ribbon until centered, top to bottom. All right, so we're going to put this in here. We're sliding it in here. And she said in the center. So let's go to the center. Now, I tell you, I would deviate if it looked better down here or up here, but I think that there's a nice little break between these two, right, and it is right in the middle. All right, then fold. Okay, so we got that. The fold of the card should line up with the fold of the ribbon, right? So there's a fold here, and there's the fold of the ribbon here, right? Okay, so let's pause. We got that done. Number 7 is where we're going to head next. All right, so let's go. Number 7. On the back of the mini card, secure the ribbon in place using a tear and tape sandwich. Remember, sandwich. And let's grab the tear and tape here. So tear and tape sandwich. I'm going to put some there. I'm going to put some right there. And I didn't even do the sandwich. Oh man, am I bad? Hang on, we can make the sandwich. The sandwich is the tear and tape first, and then that. So I think we're okay though. So we've got that. And it says secure the ribbon in place using a tear and tape sandwich, right? So we've got this and it's secure here. Adhere the mini card to the accordion cardstock 1 2-layer, centered left to right as best you can, centered between the top of the accordion cardstock 2 mat and the stamped sentiment and our images on there. So let's just do this here. So it's saying the cardstock 1 and 2 mats are together, right? I might have missed it, but maybe I didn't. But I'm going to take a moment and glue these two together. The ribbon does not go in between these 2 layers. So I'm going to adhere this together. And so we have this cloud cover with Secret C glued together. And now adhere the mini card centered left to right as best you can, right? So let's grab this and we'll pick off our tear and tape. And I'm going to use liquid glue everywhere else. And we're going to put this. Now she said center left to right. I have this feeling that I want to have it just center, like to the left of the center. Well, we'll center it. Okay, we're following rules. This is really hard, Jolene. All right, so we're gonna center it left to right. So you can see what it looks like centered. And then centering it with our sentiment on the top here a little bit. So I've got that, right? So let's push that down. All right, so you're adhering the mini card onto the mat here, the layers. And then what's next is numero ocho. All right, so let's go to number 8. Who do we appreciate? Tie the ribbon into a bow on the right-hand side to close the mini card. All right, so this is where you get to practice making your bowsies. And I have a hard time doing it like this, but we're gonna see how it works. So we're gonna make 2 maybe, because sometimes I have a tendency of my bows ending up being upside down. And this time it didn't. Okay. Oh, look at that, it worked. Okay, so let's fluff up your bunny ears. And mine went at a little bit of an angle, and that's okay. Now you just don't want it upside down, right? So you need a good ribbon scissors to trim your tail here. And then we're going to trim our tail over on this side to match the length. Oh, I could have made that a little bit longer, but that's okay. So again, we have our inside already stamped. You probably would want to write your sentiment in there ahead of time. And tie the ribbon into a bow on the right-hand side to close the mini card. So mine's kind of to the right of the center. Thanks, Cindy. All right, so that's what we've got so far. Okay, so we let the designer series paper be a focal piece, sending smiles. And then number 9 is next. Let's see what I have for number 9. Number 9 is embellish and Stella to your heart's content. So this is where I have all these pretty flowers right here that we could Stella them. And why not do the leaves a little bit? Make Stella do a little workout here for us. Perfect. Okay, and then embellish. So there are these Moody palette dots, I believe is what they're called. Moody palette dots. All right, they come in white and cloud cover, old olive, and secret sea. And I've already used a bunch of these, and I pulled them to see. Oh, here we go. Let's do, you can really see the cloud cover on, well, he didn't want to come with me, so I'm going to go like this. So we're going to 2 here, and who? Do we dare just put 2? I don't know. That doesn't follow the rules of the floral arrangers. You need to have odd numbers, but I honestly think that 2 look pretty decent. I mean, I guess I could just put 1 there to not break any rules. We'll put it right there. Okay. They're not breaking any rules. It kind of gets lost there, but maybe a white one would look better. I don't know. We'll leave it. Gotta leave it, right? Okay. That's it. So a nice, easy, simple layout. But because the designer paper is so pretty, it gives it that wow effect, right? Okay. So what happens now is you're pretty much done with your card. And what you want to do is share your card to the comment section of the event on Facebook. And I'll just show you guys that really quick. So if you are in a hurry and you need to get going, you know where to put this. But I'm going to do my creative cut here in a moment. So we're going to go to Cards by Christine really quick and show you in the events section. That's not it, but in events here, I've already published the post. Well, I had scheduled it, so it should be live now. But if you go to the discussion, here it is. We had a great time solving the mystery, and then share in here a picture of your card, right? And then we'll do the drawing next month for a winner chicken dinner. So that's the next plan for this. Okay, get your card shared. 2 works as the bow could be considered the 3rd. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I felt like these 2 here offset that, and it actually, I thought it looked nice without it. Thank you for giving me permission. Oh, it's stuck. It's gonna stay. I can't get that off of there, but it's okay. So now we're gonna do the creative cut right here. Christine's creative cut is what we're calling this. So I cut for a second card, and we're going to do another one. So now that we know everything, my thing was, well, what happens if I don't want to stamp a sentiment there and I want to emboss my paper? So I decided to emboss this with the join together embossing folder, and then that becomes my background piece, okay? So there's one of my things that I thought, oh man, I want to emboss something. So let's go ahead and emboss that. And then I chose the other pattern paper here, which has the cloud cover with Secret C and Old Olive. So I'm gonna glue those two things together. And my Old Olive here being embossed, because I embossed it, there's no way I can really stamp on it. If you would have wanted to emboss it, you would have wanted to, and stamp it, you needed to stamp it first and then emboss it, but you can't have that crazy of a pattern. Otherwise it gets lost. So if you had like the subtle embossing folder or tasteful textiles, something more subtle, that could have definitely worked. But now I have an embossed piece like this, right? Right, so we got some texture going on. So there's my first change, is adding embossing. Then I have, it's still, my cloud cover looks really great. So I had my cloud cover was still my coordinating cardstock 1, and my 2 now became Old Olive. So then this is gonna go here. Now if you remember, I don't have any Old Olive down here. So it's a good thing this was my creative cut. So make sure you get your flowers facing the right direction. And I think on this one, we might make this a wedding card. So, because it's really pretty, this is my inside, so now that's gonna go here. And I have this tendency of like not necessarily keeping it centered. I feel a little bit like I wanna put it a little more to the left, and then now I'm gonna center it top to bottom, and we're gonna add a label. Now, by adding a label, it does cover up the focal image, or like the designer paper images, but that's okay. I don't remember if this punch is still current or not. You guys, I don't pay attention to that, the punches very much, because I keep using some retired circles. Circles are endless. They're like a classic thing. So let's just look here. We've got lots of circles here. The jar, that guy. Oh, look at that. It's the Heartfelt Hexagon Punch. It is still available. Wonderful. Wunderbar. So there's a stamp in here that I saw that we could do for a wedding. And it says, to the happy couple. And that will fit on there. And I think, oh man, I shouldn't have glued. I could have punched. Okay, that's all right. So for those of you who haven't done yours yet, if you do want to, instead of stamping on here directly, and you do a punch and you want a background color, you could easily have cut out the punch out of that layer. Didn't even think about it. Mine did not go there fast enough. But I thought of it after I got glue happy is what happened. All right, so let's all go to A and W. I'm gonna clean you. I'm gonna clean you. I think we'll still use the leaf, but here's to the happy couple. Now, because we now is where we need a scrap, is I'm gonna stamp it on white. White is right here. Let's see if I have a smaller scrap. Oh, I do. Oh, that might work. Let's see here. Oh, just barely not going to really use that. So we're going to still do Secret C, because I think Secret C will stand out very nicely. So to the happy couple. And then I give myself enough room. Not quite. Let's flip it over. And we got to move up just a hair higher. Right about there. All right, so to the happy couple. All right. There. And then I'm going to cut that off before I put that back in my scrap drawer. And then we're going to put wedding wishes on the inside. And you're probably like, well, wedding wishes isn't going to really fit because it's so long. My stamp, like my paper is like that. But what we can do with this is stamp part of it, clean it, and then stamp the other part. So you do wedding wishes. You're going to do the wedding first. And only ink up wedding. I'm going to center that. Put that right there. And then if this is still wet, sometimes it's good to stamp on the paper. Make sure that it's cleaned good, not that so the wetting left a little wetting there, right? So it's good to stamp off first and then switch over and do your wishes. I wish you a happy wedding. And then wishes can go down underneath it, right? Don't push too hard because you look at that, there's a hot mess of ink going on right there. So you got wedding wishes. Okay, but now with this one, we've got some greenery for leaves. So I have the old olive here, and I'm gonna stamp my leaves in old olive instead. So let's get you gone. Put you back and grab the leaf. Clean you up. Oh man. All over yet. Okay, so let's put the leaf on in old olive. Connie Moore from the Warm Caribbean. I love it. This is the only night you're free to watch. So Connie Moore, now that you're watching, I have a little update for you. I didn't know if I'd be able to tell you this because I didn't know if you were checking email or not. Connie Moore, we originally had your Share, Create, Inspire slated for Wednesday. I'm going to push it to next week on the 28th. So 1 week out and make it at 10 a.m. And then I figured you'd be back from your cruise so you could watch it live and not have to worry about catching it on Wednesday. I did that because I have 2 days now. We're designing 5 classes between tomorrow and Wednesday. And then I leave for Florida and I need to have everything prepped and staged for my helpers. So I'm definitely not going to have class on Wednesday afternoon. I need that time to work on designing Let's Just Stamp with Diane. That's when she had free. So Connie Moore, just let you know, we're not going to do it on Wednesday afternoon. So you don't have to worry about not being live for it, okay? I thought you'd appreciate that because I know you'd probably want to be live with me doing your card. All right, so I'm going to clean that right away. So because we have old olive leaves, now I stamped mine in old olive. And I cannot glue this in at the moment because I do not have any more old olive, but I'm going to cut an old olive, which will matte on the inside, right? So it'll be really pretty on the inside. It'll be the white with the old olive and the cloud cover. Okay, so I'll do that later. But on this case, I was thinking of, oh, did I do it wrong? Oh, you guys, I did it wrong. Man frights. Okay, I was going to use Secret C ribbon on here. This one. Oh, snap, crackle, pop. All right. So I was going to use the Secret C ribbon on this one because I feel like that would have popped more. And then I was going to use cloud cover on this one. Schniggity. Okay. Oh, well, that's how it goes. So I don't like Secret C on that one because I think it's too dark for it. Oh, well. That's what happens when 2 colors look very nice. So I really think that Secret C would have popped more on this. It kind of gets lost a little bit, but that's okay. You know what? You know what I'm going to do? Can I do this? Can I do this? I might just do this. I still might do it. Oh, that's so tight on there. I was going to switch the ribbons around. You guys want to see how I would do this? Okay. Nah, let's skip it. Be done with it. Oh, it's okay. It's just a card, right? Naughty Nancy would say it's just paper. All right, cloud cover. Here we go. I do like cloud cover on here. And there's 10. Look at this. I'm just going to use up the rest of this roll. Call it good in the hood. And let's grab some tear and tape. I really wanted to switch these ribbons, you guys. So now we're doing the official tear and tape sandwich. And grab 2 waiting in the wings. Put the tear and tape back because I don't think we'll need it. And on this one, we fold the ribbon in half per the instructions. And then this goes in the middle. I think I'm going to do it right in the middle as best I can. Right, so that looks good. And then we have our 2 waiting here for us, ready to use. And then a little bit of tear and tape. Cindy likes the lighter ribbon on the first card. Oh, did I make you guys nervous that I was going to maybe pull the whole card apart? Oh, I really wanted to. If it wouldn't have been sticking so hard, I might have gone forward with that. But here's us adding this to the front. Now I am going to try to center it top to bottom, but I like the thought of making it a little to the left instead. Right, like something like that probably. Good. That works for you because you will help the directions if, yes, exactly, that's what I thought. All right, so I'm going to pretend that I've already put my old olive, glued that. Let's see if I can do another bow again, just like the first one. It's a lot of ribbon to use on a card, but it is what it is, right? You get 10 yards of it in this spool, so, all right. Now, so we've got our ribbon here. Oh man, you know what I was gonna do? I was gonna put that. So I really want my ribbon up a little bit. Hang tight, guys. It's okay. I forgot it was like a little different from the first one. So I do want to move this up a hair. One moment, please. This is restructuring our card. This is refinagling. One moment. Trying to get glue all over your fingers. And I didn't leave room for my label. Okay, so that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Didn't think about it till I looked down and I'm like, oh yeah, there's a label. Okay, so let's try this again. Okay, I put it up higher this time. Now you have to be careful because your glue is super sticky and you don't have any wiggle room. I'm gonna put that right back. I'm going for a hair bigger of a margin than the outside. And if it's not centered top to bottom, I think I can live with that. So now we're gonna put a bow here, like I was trying to do earlier. I think it's gonna go just right of the center. All right, so let's see what we got going on. That. Finagle those bunny ears. There, look at that. Okay. Let's see here if that one needs to go like that. Okay. We'll see if they like that. Okay, so this little guy, I was going to put it right here. I was contemplating having another color behind it, right? So there's a little old olive there. I just want to see what it looks like. So I do believe I have a scrap that's small enough. And if I was on my A game, I would have punched it out of that mat right there. But because I didn't think about it before I got gluing. This, try your heat. Oh, I know. I know. I thought about that, Joy Moody. I was going to bring the heat tool out, but I did not feel like pulling the entire card apart just to pull the card apart. Okay, so I thought about that. Yes, the heat tool is a perfect thing to loosen up the glue. So I was going to cut that apart, and I was going to see what this looks like with a little bit of green, a hair of green on the bottom, and a hair of green on the top here, and then putting that on here. And I like that. Okay, I do like that. So when you have that you want to put a little bit of a border of color around your label, but you don't have the next size bigger, what you can do is cut it and then just like punch it out or die cut it and then split it in half. And in this case, you'll see it on the bottom and you won't see it on the sides, where you could have also cut it this way and put it on the sides. But I like the thought of having it like that. Perfect. So I like that I'm okay with my bow tail going up like that, because what happens then is I think it'll be fine. And this I'm going to pop up with some dimensionals. Perfect. And so what I'm eyeballing here, I don't want to have green on the side here because then it's got green, green, and green. So I'm going to put it so that you see the cloud cover right there. But then I'm going to have it come right to the cloud cover. So I'm going to see that cloud cover. And I think, like, if this tail came that way, because people have to untie it to open it anyways, I'm going to just leave it. right? So you've got that guy going this way. I'm gonna just go like that. Like that. All right. Okay, and then the palette dots, the moody dots. Oh man, so there's just enough there to do something with that. So I don't have the heart to throw that away. Just the tapey tail. So what I do with this, if he'll go upstairs. Oh, you know, I have a bag upstairs of little scraps and loose ends. That's where that will go. So you have the dots. Oh, green or blue? So I think I might just put one green one right there. Or do I want a blue one? Hang on. If you don't, until you see it, you don't know. So, oh, the blue looks better. I think I might just put one blue one right there, right at the bottom. Okay, and then you can Stella to your heart's content, right? Stella those flowers and those leaves, right? And pretend I got my inside done, right? And call it good. If you wanted to, you could also stamp some leaves on this label, really light. That leaf dude in this one. Like that leaf right there, or even that thing right there. You could stamp it at like 2nd or 3rd strength and add some of that foliage around there if you like to decorate a little bit more. So, okay. So we got 2 cards. We'll tie this one back together, see what I can do to make that happen. There's enough here because I left the tails really long. And, oh, missed it. Okay, let's try again. You guys don't ever see me making bows like this because I use my bow maker all the time. All right, so at least this ribbon doesn't fray. So as you tighten and pull the tails, you can kind of manipulate which way they go. Is that deer over there? I hear a cat maybe. Oh, who's that? Is that Gary? No, it is you. Oh my gosh, dear. You sounded like your voice was... Here, you guys can get a Tyler sighting. Oh, there he goes. There he's waving. Wow, that's 2 days in a row that he made an appearance. Oh man, your voice was so weird. Okay, he sounded like my neighbor. Okay, so here we go. Here we got our 2 cards done. And they look similar but different, right? So I definitely don't, oh man, like I feel like I'm a little crooked here, but it is what it is. All right, same but different, right? Oh, you do like the extra details of the second card. Yeah, so, but either way, they both work, right? So when I saw, so it's really funny that I had this conversation with Jolene before we went live, because had we not had the conversation, I would have done something like this. And that might have stooped you guys or messed you up, because really it was intended to look like this, right? But both of them are great. They're just slightly different. So it's just showing you how you can get the instructions for one card and find a way to make it your own, right? So just 2 different ways to make the same card, I guess. So both cards are great, but I like the pattern of the first card better. So Karen, yes, you could definitely use this pattern and put it like this and add this. In that case, I'd add probably a Secret C background mat for it, right? So very good. Okay, I think that's it. Which card? Oh, look at this. Oh man, look at what Jolene did. She said here, I gotta pull my phone out of here. Which card do you prefer? Tell us why in the comments. Original, Mr. Oh, there's voting going on. Look at this. Aha, I like it. 15 votes already. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. Love it. Yeah, so I don't know how to vote, but I don't know. So Jolene, you'll have to... Oh, Carissa's here. She loves the Secret C. Of course you do, because you love Secret C. And Mary likes the first card. But so just pretend, though, you guys. Pretend that had I used this Secret C cloud cover, this color palette on this style too, right? And so this just goes to show you that 2 different cards, but like starting off with the same set of instructions, basically. So, and had I not talked to Jolene about it, we probably would have went down that route just to begin with, and then it would have been different than the instructions. So this way you get to see both. Yay. All right. You love them both. Very good. And you guys are leaning towards this one. So I definitely too. I personally would love to see this color palette on this card with the extra label on the front, right? So it just adds a layer or detail. All good though. All right. All right, I think we got it. I think we're alone now, but no, Tyler's here, so we're not alone anymore. So we're all good. The blues draw your eyes. Yeah, the secret C really does pop. The other thing I thought about doing is on this card, you could have experimented and put cloud cover instead of old olive, and then where the cloud cover was, use old olive and did reverse layering. So, okay. But just goes to show you that Lovely Blossoms paper is really pretty. And if you are interested in getting my ink, paper, scissors class that I showed off earlier, I still have card kits available. So if you do want to get it, just reach out to me and let me know. Nothing has shipped yet, okay? So a lot of you, about 80 of you, already got shipping notices today, but because it was Martin Luther King Day, there was no mail system, and I think UPS was closed too. So everything is staged in my car at this moment. So if anybody's thinking, oh man, I really wish I would have got this ink, paper, scissors, I will go look for your package. I'll open it up and I can add ink, paper, scissors. And if you don't have a package already staged, I could create a package and have it shipped for you too tomorrow. The other thing I want to note is I made it through the Winter Creative Escape, and I need to save those, but I do have 10 little mini tear-off calendars available. So if anybody still needs to get 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10, I have one packet unaccounted for. So if anybody was still looking to get some mini tear-off calendars, they're 50 cents each. If somebody needs the whole pack, it's $4, right? So, and then if I can ship it in your package, we can sneak it in there, and then you can just send the money. And if you don't have a package going out, we can always create one. So, but if anybody was still looking, I saved that package because usually during the escape, somebody asks me for mini tear-off calendars. So I was holding them through the weekend, and I only had somebody that needed 2 of them. So, and I have set off to my side here myself here. I've got the 5 that I need for me, so I would have 10 in case anybody still needs them. So thanks, Anna Carter. Thursday will be here before we know it. So Mitzi says she loved Christine's cuts also. Nice job. Thank you so much. So that is our plan. So I told Jolene we could do that going forward as long as I have time to mentally prepare myself for it and know how I would change it differently. And you know, I'll be honest, sometimes I might not even change it, but this way I can do it as the guidelines suggest, and then you guys can see how I would change things around just to show you how to be creative or inspire you to be more creative. So awesome. All right. So I think we're good. It is about 10 to 8. Yeah. All right. So you guys get your cards made, get them published. You have until January 31st to share your creations with us to get in on the drawing. And I think that's it. So I've got about 10 people I need to connect with yet tonight via email and just see where we're at with some shipments and past classes that need to get added to packages, and I'm going to work on that now. So, all right. Hi, Becky Gandolfo. What is behind you inside the boxes? Okay, so in case you're wondering, I do have a May paper pumpkin called Mountain Majesties. I have a full of charm paper pumpkin from June. There's 3 October pumpkins, which is called Cozy Christmas. I have 2 from November called Wrapped in Cheer. There's a kit here. I don't remember the name of it. The kit I have is Maritime Moments. And then what I have here are the December paper pumpkins, but I can't really say that they're available at the moment for anybody. I started talking about this back in December that Kelly and I are going to be doing a specific December paper pumpkin class, and I already had a bunch of people reach out to me and stake claim to these. I just haven't moved them. And so I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and Kelly has 6. So that is 15. So we maybe know, now that I remember that Kelly has 6, we do have, I think we'll have some available. If you're interested in getting a December paper pumpkin from us, we also have, you can get just the pumpkin by itself, but tomorrow we're going to be sitting down together and designing a class using this paper pumpkin from December. And what'll happen is we've already kind of mapped it out that you're going to make 1 of them as the kit calls for. So you're going to have 3 of them per the kit. And then what we're doing is taking the rest of the materials and we're going to make 6 more cards. So you're going to have, no, 8. We're doing 8 cards. So we're going to have 4 designs and you're going to get 2 times 4. So you'll make 2 times 4 cards, so 8 more cards. So from the kit, you'll end up with 11 cards. But the 8 that we're designing, we're going to provide bases and mats and any extras that are used to create the cards. So it's going to be an extra perk from buying the class from us. So the cost will be the cost of the pumpkin plus shipping, and then any extra materials that we need. We just have to figure that out. We haven't designed it yet. We thought we'd get to it last week, and we just ran out of time on Thursday. So we still haven't figured that out. So anybody who's watching that's waiting for that price, it's not there yet. we definitely ran out of time. So there are some available in case anybody still wants to get signed up for the box or the class without the box. And then the ones above it are special delivery for January. And one of them is what Kelly needs to do for the class for me next week. And then I have I believe I have three available for it is the January paper pumpkin. They literally just arrived on Saturday. So I believe I have three. So, but you can always send me an email to Christine@cardsbycrispy.com and see if you're interested in it. I can let you know if I have it available or not. So good question though. And you're excited about the December paper pumpkin class. Yay. All right. So great to see you again. Oh, Carolyn Catchmark. I'm going to send you an email. You had requested a ribbon and an embellishment share from the annual catalog, and I still have that here. So I'm going to reach out to you and let you know the price and see if you still want it. Okay. And Sherry Yacht says, safe travels. Well, thank you so much. And sweet dreams to you as well, Nancy Mole. And questions about the boxes behind you. Oh, thanks for pointing that out, Jolene. I appreciate that. Susan Wormley. Susan, did you see that you took first place for the Winter Creative Swap that we did? First place, my friend. So exciting. So I have your prize here. And so I was going to ask you if I can pop out your pieces because you got the detailed die cuts, the flower accent pieces. And it's something that's about this big, but really thin. I was wondering if you didn't mind if I popped them all out and mailed them into a smaller package, if you'd be okay with that. Because otherwise I have to find a 12-inch box or something to ship it in. If you let me pop out the pieces, then I could ship it in like a lot smaller of a package. So let me know if that's okay. Just send me a quick text and say, yep, that's okay. Or if you want me to hold on to it because you're getting the Spring Palooza, I could also put it in your Spring Palooza box and I don't have to touch it at all. So if you're not in a hurry for it and I can mail it in February, that would be the easiest thing. So just let me know if that's okay too. All right. Yeah, you did. Oh, I should show you guys. Hang tight. I'm going to show you the cards that took first, second, and third place for the Winter Creative Escape yesterday. Okay. So Susan Wormley's card took first place. And she used the Easter basket set. So this is super cool. So Susan Wormley made this, and she was part of the shoebox swap. And so her card took first place. Aren't you excited, Susan? Oh my God, it still hasn't arrived in the mail yet. So you are very lucky that you put the card out there so everybody could see it all weekend and that we included it in the online voting format. So that was really good. Okay, so Susan took first place. Oh, put it in the Spring Palooza box. Perfect, will do. So this is the first place. Second place was Susan Devine and Michelle Foreign. They had a calendar card here. So I can even pop this off here right now. And so this card took second place. And isn't it cool how they did that? Oh my gosh. And that was part of the Fun Folds group. And you've been on my mind and in my heart. And so Michelle Foreign and Susan Devine made that one. Third place went to Pat Rowell. Yay, Pat. This was part of the Tyler inspired swap. Oh, that star doesn't belong there. Tyler. So this was third place overall. And that was from the Tyler inspired group. Now, Tyler also ranked his cards in the Tyler inspired group. And Pat Rowell, Tyler liked your card the best. So you got the gold star. And then this card was from Judy Sharp. Judy Sharp got the silver star with this beautiful card. And then third place in the Tyler Inspired was this card. And this one was paid by Carla Bosselar using Outdoor Adventure. So very cool. So those were our top swap card winners. Yay. Yeah, it was a cool calendar card. I definitely agree. That was super cool how they did that. So awesome. All right. Well, I think we did great here. We got through everything and I got to show you some swap cards. Oh, but wait, there's more. I'll show you these really quick too. I had some customer swap cards and one was for November and one was for December. I can't remember which is which. This is from Leslie McMinn and this was her customer swap card using the woven textures. And then Elaine Rebeck, I think that was woven textures. Elaine Rebeck made this pretty card and it was a get well card. And then we also had, this one I believe was Leslie McMinn as well. Now this one I felt like was a fun fold. And maybe it just has the panels on the front. Oh, it is a fun fold. Perfect. That's what I thought. So it felt like a fun fold when I opened it. So it's an easel card. So that was Leslie McMinn's, I think, for December. And then this was Elaine Rebeck's for December. So I finally had a moment to go through the customer swap cards. And so that was that poinsettia designer paper. Oh, it goes like this. The poinsettia paper from last year, I think. So, all right. And then that is some Stampin' Up ribbon there. Really pretty. So that's Elaine Rebeck's card. So yay. So those are what I've got from the customer swaps from November and December. So hi, Lynn Beasley. All right. We did it. I think we did it. So I'm going to sign off, you guys. I think Kelly's going to be live tomorrow at 9 a.m. She is going to be doing the kit class with you tomorrow. I don't remember which kit it is. It's not the Love You Lots. It's the butterfly one. I think that's what she has tomorrow morning. And then on Wednesday, reminder, we're not going to do Share, Create, Inspire. So if you were looking at my paper calendar that I had made, it says that it's Wednesday, but we're going to just cross it or put an arrow and have it go to the 28th. I'm in person with my sweet class on Wednesday night, and if you still want to get the Made with Love sweet class, I still have plenty of kits available. And then I leave for Florida Thursday. I come back Tuesday, and while I'm away, I know that the girls have stuff going on in here. I know that like Bonnie and Lisa have class tomorrow night, and I'm sure there's more classes while I'm gone. The things never stop around here. And then I'll be back live with you guys three times next week. We'll have Share, Create, Inspire on Wednesday at 10. And then I've got Let's Just Stamp at 1. And then we have the Sweet Bundle class online Wednesday night at 6. So I have 3 lives with you actually on Wednesday. And then we'll do ink, paper, scissors on Thursday night. So yeah, that's how that goes. So we'll have 4 classes. I'll have 4 with you next week. So, and in the interim, we're working on getting February classes designed. I don't have anything done except for ink, paper, scissors for February. So we're going to work on that between Tuesday and Wednesday. And then I will plan to do the showcase with you. Hunky. I'll plan to do the showcase probably with you. I would have to guess I come back from Florida on the 27th. And I've got 3 lives with you on the 28th. And then the 29th, at 1 o'clock, we're doing all of the escape cards for the make and takes. So I can envision, if you guys are wondering when we're going to do the showcase, I can envision it being done Thursday morning at 10 o'clock. Okay, so just keep it on your radar, anybody that's still listening. The showcase, the February showcase, I'm thinking most likely it'll be Thursday the 29th at 10 a.m. As long as I don't have any appointments that day, or anything going on that day because I don't have my calendar in front of me. So just kind of going off my memory. All right, so I'll look at that, and once I have that figured out, we'll definitely, I'll share all that information with you. So, all right, you guys, you did good. Thanks, Yvonne. Bring a coat. It's going to be cold in Florida. I will definitely bring a coat and a sweatshirt and long pants, and probably not a lot of shorts. So, all right, you guys, lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs to you. We'll see you again soon. Bye. Love ya.